everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a video basically on Real Technique brushes, so if you're interested then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to go right ahead and get started. Basically, Real Techniques are brushes that are designed by Pixie Woo here on YouTube, that is also known as Samantha Chapman, and that's just what she looks like right there. So basically, I'm just going to be reviewing her Your Eyes Enhanced Kit. And basically this kit entails 5 brushes, and I'm going to be telling you basically why I like these brushes and what I happen to use them for. I'm also going to be referring to the back of the box, and basically I'm going to do that just to kind of stay on track with everything so the video is not too long. FYI, you guys can expect to see a lot more review videos from me coming up here lately. With Christmas holiday season or whatever, I feel like now is the time to really review a lot of products, because I know people are out there shopping and they're out there buying, and it might be something that you want to actually add to your wish list. So I figure that review videos would probably be the best and would give you the best bang for your buck, kind of. That's the way I see it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So basically the kit comes and it looks like this. That's basically a picture of it. I do have the little stand somewhere. I don't know exactly where it's at right now. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the brush. So the first brush I'm going to talk about is the base shadow brush, which just looks like this. And I like this brush basically for just putting down this shadow. Basically this morning I used my Naked 2 palette with this, and it just lays down the color so well. I mean, you know how if you use some kind of sometimes when you just use, this is like a regular brush, this is by CoverGirl, but sometimes when you use a brush like this and you put the product down, the product doesn't really lay down. It doesn't get all of like it doesn't really cover the lid that well, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But what I love about this brush is it does cover the lid. I mean, my shadows go on looking so good. Like, I got so many compliments yesterday on my eye makeup because I use these brushes. That was the only thing that I could think of that was different. And you know, I had people tell me, oh, your eyes are so pretty, your eye makeup is so pretty. It's because of these brushes, basically, because I didn't change anything. The look I had on yesterday was actually a pretty matte look, and I didn't use any shimmers. It was just all matte shadows. And I mean, this lady, her makeup was like the bomb. And when I say the bomb, I mean like it just looked really natural on her. Everything just really looked like it was her own skin. That's how perfect her eye makeup looked. I mean, everything was just amazing. And when she told me that, I was just like, wow, like your makeup looks way better than mine, and you're giving me the compliment. So, just a really nice brush. It's just perfect for laying that shadow down. It distributes it evenly across the lid. This brush would actually work really good with the Lorac palette that I did in my last review. I'll link that video down below, and I have a link after this video if you want to see it as well. But this brush just, I mean, it just laid that shadow down so perfectly. And then when I blended out, basically I took one shadow and put over top the lid, and basically the way that this brush worked with that shadow, it made it look like it was 2 different shadows that I put on, and it was only the one. So I really love this brush for just basically laying down that lid color. The next brush I have is the Deluxe Crease Brush, which looks like this. It's kind of like dome shaped, and I love this brush for basically blending out, especially if you're putting like that color in the outer V and you really want to get it blended really well. This brush is perfect. And the thing I like about this brush is because it is made of the synthetic fibers, and that's another thing about these brushes. These are synthetic fiber brushes. So basically what that means is they won't hold bacteria like some of your natural hair brushes will, or your boar brushes. Well, not boar brushes, we're not talking about hair. But like your, just like your other brushes would that are made of, you know, like these. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. These brushes just distribute your eye makeup like butter. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like butter, baby. I mean, when you really just put these on here, and normally when I use my shadows and I use like a blending brush, I notice that if this part of my eye tends to have wrinkle, like if it wrinkles while I'm putting the shadow on, then basically what's going to happen is it's not going to distribute even, and then I have to keep blending right here to blend it out. With this brush, you don't have to do that. With this brush, you just put it in the crease and you just blend the color right on out. It's good for getting rid of any harsh lines that you may have with wearing, you know, with your eyeshadows or whatever, but just it can just really just get in there and just blend those out, and it just makes your makeup look wonderful. I absolutely love it. The next brush I'm going to talk to you about is the accent brush. Basically, this is used for detailing, precision detailing. I use it to highlight my inner corners of my eye. I feel like it's just the perfect brush to get in there and just really just add that light to your eye. This is a really great brush for doing that. Some people would use it as a smudge brush if they wanted to smudge on the lower lash line. You could do that, but I absolutely just love it for just highlighting. You could use it right through here to put highlight down, as well as you can see this is a very, very small brush, but that's just what it looks like. Okay, the next brush is the Pixel Pointed Eyeliner Brush. Now for me, I think this is pretty big to use for eyeliner. I would never happen to use it for that. I'm trying to think what I have used this brush for. I didn't use it for that. You could use it to, again, just apply like a nice little coat of highlight, you know, right underneath your brow bone. You could use it for that. I just think it's too big really to run, unless you're into that like thicker eyeliner look. I just think it's really too big to do that. I have washed these brushes once, so before I could use them, of course. So that might be the reason why it just flared out and looks a little bit big. I don't know. The rest of them, they all the brushes did flare out a little bit because they don't have brush guards or whatever. But at the same time, I wouldn't use this brush for that. To be honest with you, this could also be the perfect lip brush. You could definitely use this for a lip brush to put on your lipstick with. So keep that in mind if you don't want to use it for the eyeliner. And then this last brush I have here is the brow brush. Now I don't use powders anymore for my brows. I just use my Maybelline Definer Brow, and that's basically how I do my brows. And then again, I just really think this is too soft to really do brows with. I think you need one of the more stiffer ones. And looking at some of the other professional ones, like the Anastasia one, or Anastasia, however you pronounce her name, it's a lot denser than this one. I just don't feel that that's really dense enough. And it's also really wide, I think, to, you know, to just put on powder for your lashes. So, I'm sorry, for your brows. So I'm not too sure about this. Overall, through this whole set that I have, the three brushes that I like the most are the base shadow brush, the deluxe crease brush, and the accent brush. These would be the three brushes that I would tell you that you definitely need to pick up in this collection. These other two brushes, I'm really not liking them too much. I suppose you could use this one, this angled brush. You could use this if you wanted to for when you are trying to do that outer V. You could just basically use this brush for that. I feel that it would be perfect to make that perfect slant. For like your cat eye looks or whatever. This would be a good brush to do that with. This brush right here, I would really use it just for lips. I think this would be the perfect lip brush that you could use for that. Overall, this set runs about $17. I got mine from Amazon.com and I only paid $13 for mine. Usually if you go on Amazon, you can usually check and see who has the lowest price of an item, and that's the person that you can buy from if you choose to. So around about, I guess by the time I paid with tax, it probably did come out about a little bit more than $17, maybe $20, somewhere in that range. But I really do like these brushes. They are not as soft as I thought they would be, and I take it that's a good thing. But when I'm saying that they're not as soft as I thought they would be, because like I said, like the look that these brushes give you. Okay, so look at this eye, and you can tell that it's perfectly blended. I mean, there's no more that you could do to these eyes. Like, the shadows are perfectly blended out. You see? I mean, it's just blended perfectly. You know? See? I mean, I don't think you can do any better than that for brushes, and it just really looks flawless. Like, really pretty, I think. So there you guys have it. That's my review on the Real Technique brushes. I hope it was helpful. for you guys, if you're out there looking for some nice affordable brushes. You don't always have to pay a lot of money to get nice brushes. I know, like, I spent a lot of money on the Performance Eye kit, and that kit was kind of expensive. I think it was like maybe $59 is how much I spent from Sigma on that kit, and this basically $17. And I absolutely love these brushes, and they're made out of the synthetic hairs as well, which means they are a lot easier to clean and means that they hold less bacteria. So I absolutely love these brushes. Like I said, I showed you the 3 that I feel that are the holy grail. Yeah, these are the holy grail to me. And then these, you could, some people might like these, but I think that she could have done without these and maybe, I don't know, done something else, or I don't know. But anyway, I'm really happy with these brushes. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope it was helpful,